Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my battles, and I'm in the Hannover. Super battleship? How are they called? So this is the Grand Battle mode. It's currently in World of Warships, and well, the map is Neighbors, it's Domination. There are 9 ships per team in this mode, and they're mostly battleships and destroyers, and well, there is the odd cruiser in there. Now, unsurprisingly, cruisers don't want to be in a mode where there are even bigger battleships that just lol pen them, and you know, cruiser life is tough. Anyway, of course there are lots of destroyers there who just want to torpedo battleships. I have called, and speaking of torpedoing battleships, I'm going to take a torp here because I didn't slow down enough, it looks like. Well, it's okay. I can take it. So anyway, what was it? Yeah, I jokingly called this mode the torpedo battleship simulator because, you know, this mode can be a lot of fun if you are like in a Shimakaze and there are plenty of battleships, and I have realized that in this game mode battleship play is generally even more questionable than regular game mode. So if you are in a destroyer here, you might have a lot of fun. Then again, keep in mind the mode was still new. I played this basically on patch day and everybody was trying it out, and a lot of people might not have any clue what they are doing, I don't know, I think everybody can probably try that, right? You don't need to have a tier 10 ship. You need a tier 10 or tier 9 ship to actually get more intelligence tokens, but I think like one battle everyone can probably play. But I might be mistaken on that. Anyway, so the enemy battleships are not really angling against me, but I'm a German battleship, so it really doesn't matter because my guns aren't doing anything. Originally, I pushed more towards speed there, but there was just too much incoming fire. I was basically tanking the entire enemy team. And that's not something that I can do even in something as tanky as the Hannover. Now I'm a full secondary build, sleep. And if you don't know about it, so there is this mechanic here, right? The special common instructions. Basically, every time you hit something with your main guns, you have a meter here that fills up. And once it fills up, it automatically activates your special consumable here. Which is honestly pretty, shall we put this? An interesting concept, because the problem is, right, this thing buffs your secondaries, which is awesome. But there is no guarantee that there is something in your secondary range. I mean, it even buffs your secondary range, right? Yet there is no guarantee that it does anything. Oh, look at that, Satsuma full broadside. I should probably aim more in the front section. I haven't really checked out the armor of all of those ships. But the Hannover has pretty big guns, so I would have expected to, like, broadside Satsuma to be no problem. And again, I don't know at this range, but the cheek, the infamous Yamato cheek, definitely also works on the Satsuma. If you actually hit. But you can see, like, my special skill triggered, my secondaries aren't shooting. They aren't shooting because, you know, nothing's in range just yet, but I'm almost to the Satsuma, but you see most of this buff was wasted. Yeah, the enemy is trying so hard to show me as much broadsides as they can possibly do, but unfortunately my guns just aren't quite cooperating. But you know, I mean, I like playing German battleships, so this is not something that surprises, shocks me in any way. And we can get the secondary rain down here, so this is a full secondary build, and I even went so far as to mount the secondary module instead of the main gun reload module. Simply, I mean, this is a kind of meme game mode, so if we do secondaries, we're just gonna do full secondaries. So, as you can see, I meanwhile scored a Citadel because I finally went for the nose of a Satsuma. And, well, now this guy is sinking. So, my secondaries, I have 12.5 kilometer range, same as the Kurfürst, unless the special thingy procs. The special thing is I don't know, like as I said, it's a weird mechanic, because you trigger it with your main battery guns and then you trigger it and, you know, there is no guarantee that you can actually use it, because it would be better if it just fills up and then you can activate it when you want or something. But hey. Now the Satsuma has a buff for the main batteries. The Satsuma is obviously more of the sniping battleship in this mode, and the Hannover is more of the rolling battleship in this mode. Also, another flaw of this game mode is that you get those intelligence reports, or intelligence, or however it's called, by just playing this game with a tier 9 or tier ship. And when you have enough, then you unlock a super battleship, and then you can play one round in a super battleship, and then you have to grind your reports again. But you only have to play the game, right? You don't have to actually do well. So the game mode is designed for everybody not in a super battleship to potentially just YOLO in. Because, you know, playing well isn't really needed in order to get those reports. So if you just want to play super battleships, people might play a lot more questionable. But then again, considering how the games that I played yesterday went, I felt like a lot of people just had no idea what they were doing. Might have been new players, I don't actually know. Or might not be regular battleship players. Or then again, I guess, you know, not like the battleships are the best in regular battles. Anyway, so Nostrashimi is inside my secondary range. He's also... Well, I'm also inside his torpedo range, so I've got the Hydro going there. And I try to add my main guns to the mix with... yeah. But if I could just get a hit, I would. Exactly. Now I've triggered my boost for the secondaries, which again, it gives me more range, it makes them more accurate, and gives me better reload. So, those secondaries. Of course, in this game mode, you can't get the regular achievements, which is a shame, so no close quarters expert and such. But then again, it's not like achievements give you flags these days, so yeah. Anyway, this battle is going relatively well for us so far, and there are just a few more ships here ready to be brawled. Now, first up, we have the Henry. Henry is probably going to torp me, but I do have a Hydro running, so that should be fine also. Despite me only having half health left, I'm still at like 60k hit points. Because this ship just has so many hit points. I mean, the Hannover is basically just, I don't know, a tier 12 Kurfürst? Something like that. Tier 11, tier 12 Kurfürst or so. It's the natural progression of a Kurfürst. And since I love a Kurfürst, I do love myself some Hannover. But, you know, I feel like sometimes this game mode is almost more fun in a destroyer when you just farm all the battleships. And, yeah, I don't know. It's the one game mode where you see very few raider, or at least yesterday I saw barely anyone raider, because nobody wants to play cruisers. There are just people who want to play battleships and people who want to farm battleships. Now, speaking of farming battleships, so it's a Friedrich, so I'm aiming upper belt. Kinda because, you know, I can't go through his citadel anyway. And, you know, it worked reasonably well. Now, the thing is, the Kurfürst is almost done. I'm focusing my secondaries on the Kurfürst, and the Conqueror is coming in. Now, I kind of want to do a sail by with the Conqueror and just citadel the crap out of him, but I also want to finish off the Kurfürst. Should I have held all of my shots for the Conqueror? Maybe. But I've decided, you know, main gun, front guns go for the Friedrich. Almost finished off the Friedrich. Secondaries could finish him off if it weren't for the heal, which is a shame. Now, my rear guns, I decided I need to go for the Conqueror here. He's just way too broadside. And of course, we're gonna go there. We get 3 out of 4 citadels. And somebody else finished him off. And, well, Friedrich managed to out-heal my secondaries. Also, with me turning, my secondaries don't have an angle any longer. That's okay. That's okay. We can do this the regular way. And that's basically that battle. So, the enemy has 1 destroyer left. That's probably never gonna be seen again, so we just reach 1,000 points and win this. And, you know, I mean, I like if they have special game modes. It's a little bit of a difference from regular battles, although there isn't that much difference in this one, I guess. But, you know, I had fun here. So here we are with the results, and that was a lovely game and quite a lovely brawl, yeah. And, you know, I feel like it's a bit easier to brawl in this game mode than in other battles, but then again, the Hannover is just, you know, a bigger ship, and there are less people you're fighting, so there are less people who can focus fire. So it's definitely a better brawling environment than regular battles, although you might have to watch out for all of the destroyers. So, yeah. that's my take on grand battles. They can be a fun distraction from regular games, although they aren't really that much different. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.